Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone. So, how to study last minute for English exam. So, this is for class 12 and 10, 11 mainly, and 10 too. So, what you do is basically first and foremost go to Students Heaven. There's a YouTube channel and it's amazing. So, there's a lesson for class 12 and they
I
basically
first visited.
animate the whole chapter. Okay, and it's not the most interesting or the highest of quality, but it is way better than just having someone else explain it to you or just watching through those normal videos. If you're not into that, and if you're a visual learner, just treat it as a 16-minute short film or a show. And basically, if you, I have half yearly, so what I am doing is I'm using this site. This playlist. They have all lessons that I have for half yearly, and it's in a playlist. So it's just sort of like a show. I'm watching through all of these episodes, and once I'm done, for example, let's say I watched last lesson first, and then once I'm done watching this, I go to this site, extraclass.in/classes. So this is just one of the sites I'm using. There's a billion other sites, but go through a revision notes site. This even they have these videos. It's in Hindi, so if you understand Hindi, then perfect. You can watch through this, and this goes more in depth. But I'm talking more when you're in a rush and also you're in sort of zoned out in general, stressed out. So getting back to topic, you watch one video from Students Heaven, and then you go to a summary note. For me, I'm using extraclass.in, and then you go. They're very precise and concise, very to the point. So they have all these points to note. Okay, so they have for character sketches, they have all these people's characteristics and they have the summary. So once you're done watching the video, you read through that and then you repeat this process till you're done with all the other lessons. And then you go and you go to CBSE. They have the site. This is just one of the sites. It doesn't have to be CBSE. If you are having half yearly or board exam, then this helps. But if it's something not as big as those, then you can just look online for a test paper. And essentially, what you do is you go through a mock test. You test yourself. You give yourself an English paper, and then sorry, this is the paper. Yeah, you give yourself an English paper and you view it side by side with the answers and see how you did and where you didn't do, and you can just do some last minute, improvements. You can just look through what where you went wrong and just restudy that. Grammar, essentially, what I do, for example, this year I have invitation. So one second, invitation class 12 English. So the best I have is Dear Sir because this guy, again, he's also entertaining and very to the point. But he does speak in Hindi. So if you don't understand Hindi, that might be a problem. There's channels that speak in Tamil, Malayalam, even in English. So I'm sure if you look hard enough, you or even just look properly, you could find a million of these YouTubers. So all you have to do is to repeat the whole thing. You first watch from Students Heaven. You have the playlist open, or you just go through each video depending on what lesson is there. And then you watch the video, you go to the revision notes from any site, but I'm using Extra Class. And then once you're done with this, for the grammar parts, you can just search what the grammar portion is, and then just search in YouTube class 12 or 10 or 9 or 8, whatever class you're in. And then I watch Dear Sir for the most part, but you can go to literally any channel. Magnet Brains is great. Vedant also does some, so they're great. So just find any channel, watch them for the grammar, and also maybe if you want, look through some online revision notes for the grammar too. And then once you're done with all that, go through a question paper. I'm going from the CBSE sites itself, but it doesn't have to be like that. Any paper is fine, and just do the paper and compare your answers to whatever you can get. Or if you don't have the time to write through everything, at least try and just see if everything in this question paper, not the reading, but first and foremost, go to the last section, the um, 1 second, yeah, go to the literature sections, understand if you know these questions, if you know these chapters, if you can think of the answers, and also check the writing portions if you think you can solve this. And just try, if you have the time, try and write it down and try and do what you can and see where you went wrong, and compare it with the mark sheet. And yeah, answer, answer, what do we call answer key? Yeah, exactly. Compare with the answer key, see how you did, and then just evaluate where you went wrong, and then watch the videos if you forgot some parts of the lessons, or reread these these summary notes, or rewatch these grammar recaps, or just go through any sites. So all the sites you need, Byju's, Vedantu, Magnet Brains, students have it. There are a lot of resources on YouTube. So watch the videos first of them explain the lesson. Go to recap notes, revision notes basically, and then repeat this process till you're done with all the chapters. And also the grammar portion can, the same thing applies. And then do a question paper, compare it with the answer key. Make sure you get the question paper with an answer key, or otherwise it's just easier that way. But if you can't find the, whatever you can get is fine. So this is sort of the process. You go watch a video, recapping the lesson, and then a summary notes, and then you repeat this process for the grammar and all the prose and poetry. And then once you're done with all the lessons, then do a question paper, see where you went wrong, and just repeat the same steps. If you forgot some parts of the lesson, read through this again. I mean, watch these again, read through these again, or watch this again, whatever it is. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching Shibal Academy out. Hope this was useful to you. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.